Hey guys, I'm Gentle Occasion, and today we're in Rottenburg. Rottenburg? Rottenburg? So something. We're in Noble Estate. We are doing well. We got a bunch of promotions. We got Prussian Musketeers, Prussian Musketeers, Prussian Musketeers, Prussian Battalion Artillery, Prussian Provincial Cavalry, and Prussian Dragoons, which is very nice. Also, yeah, one more level. And you can go to there, and, well, you got a couple of levels before we get to Cuirassiers, but that'd be amazing. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Our army's looking really good. Obviously, this game we have 2 battalions. You can have 5. So, yeah. Yeah, we have 1.5 out of 5 battalions. So we can have a hell of an army by the end of this. And honestly, we kind of need one soon. We need more units, more brigades. We just need more men. We need a lot more men. It's going to cost us more provisions and all sorts, you know. But we'll be able to take on big challenges, fight big enemies, get big guns. Oh, it's going to be good. Hopefully. I assume as much. I can't 100% be certain about it. But there is a fort over here. There is a fort over here. Ooh, and a battlefield. Let's go to the battlefield first. Ooh, hang on. Oh dear. Oh dear, that army's hunting us and is much bigger than ours. Do we risk fighting it? I feel like that might have been the one that was encamped at one point. I was hoping to attack that fort, but I can't with him around. We have come upon the field of a recent engagement. The bodies have not yet cooled, and scattered equipment litters the ground. There remain supplies to be collected, and a few wounded still draw breath amongst the brush. The brush, and ditches. The brush and ditches. We can take some weapons. We can recover some reservists. We can leave. We could repair +4 weapons. What does that mean? Does that mean you get 4 weapons? I assume. It's just, you know, being a bit more, yeah, flavorful. We have 1 million reservists already. What's crazy is I think if we added our reservists to, like, our actual army, we probably still wouldn't have as many as the army that's about to just run us down. So I'm a little bit concerned. Let's take the weapons. Oh, okay, just much better reload. And good range, 125 range, 115 range, and that's minus range. Huh. Okay, you know what? That's pretty sick. You guys have better range anyway. You got 120. Because the Potsdam muskets. Okay, good. You got worn muskets, so definitely replacing those. Wow, these ones? They have worse range and accuracy. They're better in melee and on charging. But they take 35 seconds to reload. It's a long time. But they are a lot better in melee, actually. Like, a lot better in melee. Which is kind of cool. So are we going to have a melee bunch? If we're going to have any melee guys, it should probably be these ones. To be honest. It should probably be these ones. Because although they've got, like, reload, veterancy, they got better move speed. But it's just, yeah, the cover is better for everyone else, I think. You got better reload too? Maybe we should give them more reload stuff. Anyway, so these guys, they got the worn muskets. Let's give you the Jonkoping muskets. And you've got worn muskets. We can give you the Tula muskets, perhaps. These do reload a fair bit quicker. But, you reload and charge for them? I mean, they've still got pretty good range. Yeah, I think we go for the Potsdam ones for these guys that are going to be entrenched. That's really cool. And yeah, 120 is still pretty good range. I'm still pretty happy with that. You can have some morale and fire damage. Having less melee damage would be nice. Oh, that has better range. In that case, do I want you to have it? Oh, you can hold Alt to compare. I was literally about to say, why doesn't it compare things? You can actually do that. 40 seconds to reload those is a long time. With the extra cover that they've got, though, it's not bad, is it? I'm thinking we might have to like really entrench here, but then if that guy has a bunch of artillery, then it's not going to help us too much, I don't think. Or maybe it will. Maybe it will. Oh, so no, that guy is still... He is still there, and he still has a gigantic army. So this one isn't nearly as big, but it's still pretty bloody big. I just don't think we can fight that, you know? Obviously we can't do the army is immobile ones, but I think we might have to force march. At least march. How do we get away from them? We don't have the money to hire any more troops. This might just be where we fail, you know? I think we might be moving faster than him, but that may change as soon as we hit, like, farmland. Although, if we can get back onto the road, we should be able to just scarper, right? Alright, to Northeim. Okay, let's see. So this is, cost is cheaper to recruit folks. That might be good. We've got a lot of stuff to sell, so we might be able to get some more recruits. If we can get like a couple of Cantonist recruits, I'm going to be pretty happy. That'll be like a full army, you know? And that might be enough, but like, we just don't have that much stuff to sell. Get rid of the worn muskets. But yeah, these better ones we need to keep. Yeah, the better ones need keeping. It's just not much. We need to do a battle. We need a battle. We really need to do a battle. Go to these slums, see if we get some money out of them. Or we can spend a bunch of money. Ugh. All villages on the map revealed, all encounters on the map revealed. That might be really useful, because if we can find a load of convoys and things, then we could actually get a lot more money. I think that might be a worthwhile investment. Your Grace, the people here have endured much and speak with the weary cadence of those who have known many campaigns. They ask for little, but in exchange for coin they are willing to part with their knowledge of the land. Some know the locations of every village in the region, having traversed these paths since childhood. Others have tracked the comings and goings of passing convoys and may point out nearby encampments. I'm going to do it. Okay. Okay. This is more like it. There's a hell of a lot of stuff for us to explore here. There was actually an outpost behind him. Interesting. I don't like how much this is filling up as well. I mean, they're going to attack on day 240, which is like still miles away, but still. Yeah, seeing a bunch of our outposts is nice. Enemy forts. So yeah, these are our outposts. Those are enemy forts. Alright, green flags are us, red are theirs, I believe. A bunch of encampments around here too that we could probably rob. A bunch of forts back here too. But that's pretty cool. And there's a convoy back there. So we could go to the battlefield then and convoy and then push down into like all of this stuff. But I think maybe that's doable. That's doable. Let's try to flee. Nice. Come here, you big jerks. So we'll defeat them. That'll hopefully net us some money. Then we go to these outposts, and hopefully a lot of them might be asking for reservists and things to try and bolster their garrisons at these outposts, or weaponry, or whatever. But you never know. There might be some angle where we can provide them some reservists, and they'll provide us with units. You know, you never know. Or we give them ammo for units or something. Like there might be some way we can get more troops that way. You know, more actual fieldable folk. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we have a great little force now. They have a couple units of provincial cavalry, which I think are probably going to have a bad time, provided we make sure that we have our chevaux de frise on opposite ends. So we'll put these Prussian musketeers in the middle, and these ones on the outside. I forget we only actually have 3 units of of infantry now. It's really quite weak. And we have our supply train. We have our battalion, which I guess we can deploy immediately, right? Because yeah, we're going to be pretty much in range. They're going to have to move forward. They'll probably try and get along this fence. We'll be along this one. Which I think is probably fine. Let's try and move up a little more. You know what? You two can hang out together. And the Dragoons, I think, can fend for themselves. And then you lot can line up along this fence. You can hang out over there. You're in a great position to start blasting any minute. Say any minute. Are they moving? Yes, they are. They are. But you don't actually have any cover here, so let's move you to there. Shouldn't take too long just to move to there. Hopefully. Alright, so you guys, 125, 120, 125 range. These guys, 130, 141, and 100. At least those guys are worse, but the French Fusiliers here are pretty good. Pretty good range. But they probably want to get into cover. So hopefully they'll be a little mispositioned. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe we go by this fence instead. We do the middle fence. So they have to come a little closer again. Because they can probably go there, which is annoying. But I'm hoping they can't shoot from any of these fences. That's the hope. And let's shoot them. Let's shoot them. So they got a couple of units of cavalry. None of these I'm too worried about. I think we can probably have them, without dragoons. At least one unit we can take out without dragoons. And these guys, if they're able to flank the other units, it'd be fine. Probably. Alright, so how are you doing? 24 kills. That's good. 24 out of 1600. Nice. I love the size of the units as well. This is something that Total War doesn't do either. It just doesn't do quite this size. It does units of like 120 or something. But yeah, for a real rank and file, this feels much more appropriate. Shooting them would also be great. I'd enjoy shooting them. But, oh yeah, they're losing a few. They're losing a few by accident. We're not getting many kills though. We're really not. This is unusual, this angle that they've pulled. I think it's because these guys moved to the flank. They're trying to defend from this flank, while I think these guys are trying to get into cover. Potentially. So yeah, what is your range? 130. Go to our 125. So they won't be able to reach us from this cover. So they are going to have to move further forward. If they get in just slightly into range, we can move to the front fences in order to start shooting. Which I think should do it. I think I'm going to do the same with you guys, actually. Let's pull you back for now. You can loiter over here, I guess. Alright, good. They're losing some more boys. But yeah, let's start shooting you. I think I accidentally moved you. You're not going to keep moving, are you? No, he's fine. Yeah, let's shoot that cavalry. I think that'll be bigger. Targets will probably be more beneficial. 10 cavalry is going to be better than killing 10 Fusiliers. Or Fusiliers? Whatever. Alright, they're reloading. I do love seeing the reloading bar fill up. Feels good. These guys are moving out. Let's prevent them from getting to this cover. Alright, let's take it for ourselves. Now that we're here. That's the plan. Did we hit some? Not really. We're not really hitting many with these guys. They are the most accurate, I feel like. These guys are trying to move around. Which I think we'll probably just let them. I'll let them keep moving. Yeah, now we've moved forward, all these guys are slowing down a bit. I don't think they really know what to do about this. About this mess. And yeah, hopefully these dragoons can just charge into them if they decide to run into melee. It's only lost 5 guys. Just... What are you even doing? Come on. Kill some cavalry, please. Bam, 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 bam. I think those are all still missing. Alright, you know what? Maybe I do want you to go for those Fusiliers. I don't feel like you're doing much here. But yeah, these guys have lost a lot of guys. These guys have lost a lot of guys. I mean, they've killed 116, but they've lost twice as many. Over here. Ooh. Okay, now come on, shoot back. Okay, good. These musketeers are doing better than the royal recruits, though I feel like they should be doing a lot better, given the fact they have a better cover bonus. You know, I feel like they should be doing much, much better. But then, are the size of the ranks affecting the amount that we are firing? A huge amount. Is it only the front rank that fires? I think it is. So I think them being wider in a wider formation means they're actually shooting us a lot more, which is interesting. They're about to flee already. They're about to charge into these guys, which is perfect. Yeah, please do charge into our incredibly horse-resistant. Yeah, look at that. Basically wiped out. Basically wiped out already. Yeah, they're about to run away, and these guys probably will too. I mean, they might do some damage to us here, but I think they're going to break pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. These guys are starting to try and flank. Which, again, like, they're running right into these defenses here. Like, what are they thinking? You're blasting that cavalry? They're already shattered. They charged in and shattered. Immediately. Incredible. Alright, if you could charge these guys, that'd be great. Just shatter them, yeah? There we go. Thanks, fellas. Let's bring you over here. But yeah, the number of ranks, for some reason, isn't something I've really I had taken into account a huge amount. Those guys are still fleeing. You know what? You go get them. You go get them. And you should be turning the other way as well. Yeah, you should be doing a lot of damage. You've killed 600, only lost 93. Nice. Alright, you start blasting them. You all start lining up, please. They're already starting to flee, so, yeah. Let's just get in there. Get some experience for our provincial cavalry. I don't know if they actually get experience for their actions in a fight, but, okay, I can't change my mind. They're locked in. Oh god, they're locked in. But they ran away anyway. These guys were about to fire another volley just as these guys were about to hit. So yeah, they would have had a hell of a shock. Would have been great. So that went really well. We lost so few men there. Yeah, that went really well. Excellent. So, we took a regimental flag. That's worth some money. Got some light saddles. That might be good for our non-saddle wearing horsemen. Charleville? Charleville? Muskets? Or is it Charlieville? I don't know. But they seem nice. Reload and melee's down, but much better range and accuracy, which is pretty cool. So not bad. And yeah, a couple of chests. We've got a large limber chest. That does put down move speed. That's fine. An extra 200 quid out of it. We can get a load of veterancy again. Or we get another 100 thalers. It's not much, but like we need troops, you know? But I would also like all these guys to be really, really, really good. But I think we just need numbers right now. I think we need numbers. We'll have the really, really good ones that'll hold the line for us, but we still just need bodies. Yeah, let's get the money. I mean, we're low on ammunition. And at some point we are going to attack a fort, and we will need ammo for that. And we did get a bunch of promotions there anyway. A lot of promotions, actually. Let's do that. You guys both promoted. Let's see what you can get, huh? Let's see what Carl can have. Officer command radius up, but we get extra fire damage received. Interesting. Impetuous officer death is up, but move speed is up. Or explosive artillery reload speed up by 15%, but their accuracy is down. And accuracy seems to be our biggest problem right now with our artillery. I feel like they reload just fine. Damn. I don't know which one we want to get. It says skip. Does that mean we just don't get one at all? That seems like a mistake. Let's get move speed. I think move speed will be good. And then maybe we make him our cavalry boy. You know? I mean, the supply wagon is sort of weird. I don't know. It's an odd one. It's an odd one. How about you? He was supposed to be our infantry boy. Meticulous. Alright, reload speed will be down a bit, but that extra 10% accuracy might be worthwhile. Reload speed way up, but stamina regain is down. I don't think that'll matter too much for our infantry. If our infantry can just shoot a lot more. They're mostly going to be digging in, aren't they? Or burly. Now this is interesting if we are going to go with a bunch of grenadiers. So 40% extra grenade throw range and melee damage up. So this might be really good. The melee damage is going to apply to our cavalry as well. In this unit. But I think we might want some grenadiers. As well. No, I'm going to go reload speed. This guy in the middle is going to be focusing entirely on line infantry. Alright, that's what I want this guy to be doing. I want this guy to be our line infantry boy. I think. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with him. So that'll do. That'll do nicely. And I know he's not looking very line infantry-like, but a lot of the stuff is just more stamina and, you know, move speed. So it's still really useful for the cavalry and the guns too. Which is obviously a bit silly. You are on rank 5, buddy. You know what that means. Veteran musketeers. Hell yeah. Ho ho ho. Even better. So that's really good news. That's really good news. Still just 1, 2, 5. 17-second reload. We're almost on 4 times a minute. That's really good. That's really good, considering these guys are basically twice a minute. Yeah, that's nuts. That is nuts. The fact these guys are shooting nearly twice a minute with the artillery, though, is really good. That's really charming. Oh yeah, one of you guys needs saddles. Don't you? What, do you both need saddles? Do none of you have saddles yet? Right, well, stamina and move speed. I don't want to waste a load of talas on these guys, so I think we'll not bother yet. Although perhaps stamina and move speed. We'll just get rid of the horseshoes for now. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, what do we do? I think we're good. I think that's it. We didn't really get anything else. Oh, we did get these. So these, obviously, they're reload and accuracy. Sorry, they're reload and melee are way down compared to like these ones. But these guys are so good at shooting that actually having that extra 10 range and better accuracy. Because what is their accuracy? 50. Oh, I think 23%. But that's not a percentage. That's confusing. Unit stats are up by 30. The weapon is 20. The weapon here is 23, so it's a little bit more accurate. So yeah, up to 61. Higher range. That is extra like 5 seconds between shots. But I think being able to outrange everything with these guys that can really entrench themselves, I think is probably good. Maybe. I do think these are good. I think just having mad good reload is pretty great though, because that's like a 25%, or like a 20% extra reload speed. That's kind of nuts actually. Let's keep them with that. You already barely shoot. Do I give you this one so you have better melee and charge? Perhaps. That will put melee down, but range and accuracy. Yeah, I think I can do with these. So actually better accuracy there. Less range, better accuracy. You will be better in melee. So I think these guys might become our grenadiers. I reckon. Mostly because they're the ones without the chevaux de frise. So, you know, that'll do. Now, then, officers at a cheaper amount, and artillery to recruit. Those are both pretty good. This stuff, bad supplies, item cost up. If we go here, we can then visit this stuff. Maybe that too? I only really went that way to chase that enemy away. Let's see, Noble Estate. Hans Joachim von Billerbeck. He's calculating. And bloodthirsty. So he's, okay, so artillery, specializing in melee. He's a weird guy. Grenade throw range and melee damage up. And Stalwart has better cover effectiveness, worse charge, which is annoying. Better melee damage, worse charge. So I don't think that's a good combo. Melee damage up. Volley fire replaced with fire by rank. Oh, damn. Okay, so that will allow you to have deeper ranks and still be able to fire a bunch. So there's a volley fire, right? Toggle, which I don't think I've looked at during this Let's Play. But basically, at the moment, we are firing as a volley. When everyone is reloaded, they all fire. You can turn that off, and they will just fire at will, but it doesn't have as big an impact on enemy morale. But of course, because they're firing whenever they can, you're probably killing off more. You know, the enemy's like numbers are going to be trickling down, so they're not necessarily going to be able to fire a volley just before you fire a volley for like the biggest effect. You know, you're getting your shots out as soon as you can, which is kind of handy if you're just going for killing. I think combat effectiveness 5%. Officer command radius is down. I mean, fine. All these guys seem to have some weird combos here. Because, yeah, like, extra melee damage would be great, but, like, fire by a rank is really useful. Morale damage received goes down, but fire damage received goes up. I don't know, I'm really tempted by this fire by rank. Do I hire this guy? He might be really good as our line infantry guy, and then we keep our main guy as cavalry instead. Might be worthwhile. It's tempting. It's also quite expensive. I am also tempted just to buy more guys, which might be a lot more worthwhile, because we do have stuff to sell. So sell the captured regimental flag. I mean, that's about all we can sell. All this stuff is probably worth holding on to. I don't think we necessarily need those. So that's okay. So let's sell that stuff. We've got almost 500 quid. So, not great. Not great. Not the best in the world. But we can... Oh, it says Freikorps recruits, which are actually cheaper than the Cantonists. I don't think they upgrade same tree. If you compare it to Mount and Blade, because it's kind of like Mount and Blade, the you know, the promotions in this game. If you compare it to that, it's like these are the sort of mercenaries or militia or whatever, and then you got the normal guys that you would recruit as this faction. They have their own sort of recruitment, you know, tree. But yeah, let's get Cantonist recruits, I guess. Oh, in fact, you can look at their upgrade tree. So yeah, the Freikorps have their own thing. Yeah, I guess we just get some more Cantonists. It's something, right? It's another unit. And I think that's important. I wish we could sell... We can sell more, you know. What would we have if we just sold everything? 3, 2, 7. Not enough. Not enough. However, maybe it is worth getting someone else here. Another officer. Perhaps at a lower rank. Another low rank. I know I've complained that them being low rank is annoying, but honestly, like, our guys are leveling up fairly quickly-ish. So I might just get another one, so we have someone. And then I might... I don't know. We'll see how he levels, I think. I am super intrigued by this guy, though. But we'd have to sell everything, and yeah, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I really want to see fire by rank in action. I think that could be really powerful if we can have a handful of officers with that. Just for all our line infantry, if they could all have that. We could have very dense ranks that are very, like, immune to cavalry charges. You know, with all armed with, like, you know, the chevaux de frise, and, like, enemies could just wash against us as we fire again and again and again. It'd be amazing. I think that'd be really powerful. Rather than just having a front rank fire and a volley and everyone else just sort of hanging out. Yeah. I think that could be real real big. I want to try it out. I'm going to sell some stuff. Alright, I'm going to sell some junk. That'll put us up to 209. How much do we need? 220. Alright. We don't have much money now. We don't have much money at all. But we got this guy now. He's here. Extra melee damage as well, which is kind of cool. So yeah, maybe we shove him in here. He does have a supply wagon, and he will buff move speed, but frankly, I'm not that impressed by him right now. I don't think it's too big a deal. Yeah, I don't think it's too big a deal just yet. So what is all this? You got like two like layers here? I don't know. I don't know what this is really. I don't know how all this plays out. Maybe like you get retinues later, so you have officers and then retinues afterwards or something. Not sure. Not sure. Oh, extra reload for our artillery, huh? That might be nice. But again, we don't really have anything to spare. Let's go back out of town. And do I want to go to those slums? No, let's go to this battlefield and try and loot something. What is there? No one who can't be wrecked. And there's also, what is that? Disrupted industry. Ammunition is more expensive. We don't really need that. This is perfect. Let's fight them. Alright, I'm going to say, loading times are really quick in this game too. I've probably been cutting them out, as I do, because just like when I'm playing Total War, when there is a loading screen, I take that opportunity to have a cup of tea. So, yeah, I've been drinking tea, and I keep ending up loading in, and, you know, with a mouthful of tea, so it's worked out pretty well. This is going to be quite pitched, isn't it? But they do have 2 units of cavalry, so the fact that we can just have all these, like, all our guys just blocked in here, with probably quite steep cover, you know, I think they're going to struggle if we have, like, zigzags of infantry. Yeah, I think this should work out quite well. We've got you guys at the back. I think we can probably just move you out in front and have you deployed straight away. Are you good? You're good. Good setup. Okay. Then we've got all of our dragoons here. I think we might try and push around this way. I think that'll work out great. Now, you guys, let's push along here. And you lot, let's have you sort of here and here. I think... Ooh, actually... They're probably going to beat us to this area, aren't they? So let's just start shooting. Oh, well, you can't quite from there, but that's fine. We'll shimmy up. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know how quickly they're moving up, actually, but this is a bit awkward. I think it might be worth just getting into this area with you lot. And we can just shoot out into that group. And then here, if you guys could sprint, that would be great. And you guys too, actually. I'd love these guys to have a really good hold on this side. Called tab, by the way, you can see where your guys are. I keep pressing spacebar. Or at least I have been in the past. I keep pressing spacebar to do that, because holding spacebar in Total War will show you, you know, this same information where you've ordered your people to go. But here, it pauses it. So, I keep doing that. You've not hit anyone yet, have you? Nope, of course not. They got big cover, which I think does help against artillery as well. So we've got to bear that in mind. It'd be great to get like grape shot or something for them. Or canister shot, as it's formerly known. Oh, you're already tired, which I'm not that happy about. So maybe you just sit here instead. Yeah, halt there. Yeah, okay, thanks. I'm pretty sure I've clicked halt before. Oh, those are our guns coming in. Oh, we just took out 40 of them. Nice. That's a good hit. That's a good hit. Alright, now you lot... start blasting. They don't seem to have much cover here, which is interesting, because you can barely see them on account of all of the cover. But okay, we've taken out 50 of them already. These Prussian musketeers, I think I'm going to need to deal with these Fusiliers instead. What is their melee like? Actually quite good. Actually quite good. Now, 100? 115. It's okay. These guys are alright. Are they the ones with... They do not have defenses against the enemy's cavalry. Let's get you over here quickly. Let's double time. And we're going to try and deal with them, and then we can start charging into the rears of these guys. But it seems like these guys... Look, they kill twice as many. Oh yeah, so this. Toggle volley. Lets them shoot as soon as they reloaded. Well. Interesting. I need to give them the order to shoot, though, potentially. Okay, so this should be a wash. We should absolutely crush these guys. We have such better stats. And they're getting flanked there, too. This does seem to be going really well, actually. Just letting them fire whenever they're ready. Which is interesting. Maybe that is something I need to keep in mind. It seems to be doing well. Getting twice the kills. So yeah, sure. Let's start shooting them. Fire at will. And you guys have been shooting them lovely. Okay, excellent. Oh my god, they're running away as well. Incredible. We've basically dealt with all of them. Now this is a dense formation. So these guys are probably not going to do well on the charge. They did not do well on the charge. They did not. Okay, we're losing some boys here. Okay, start shooting. Start shooting, fellas. There we go. Got rid of them. We absolutely crushed them there. We absolutely crushed them. That went really well. Incredible. Alright, more money, please. Money, please. Ooh. Military treatise. Nice. Extra charge, lower accuracy. That might be good for our melee boy. But who's going to be our grenadiers at some point? Okay, more of those rifles. Large haversack. Morale up. Because they get to carry personal items and rations. We'll lower their speed though. More captured uniforms. I mean, we got a fair few bits there. We could go big on veterancy, or we try and get some more money. If we get some more money and we sell this stuff, we can probably get another unit of conscripts, which I think is probably worthwhile. So let's do that. And we do have another officer, so we can bring this guy down here and open up a new brigade. It'll cost 600, which is a fair bit, but like we're sort of prepared to do that soon. So we can't quite afford one straight away, so we've got to sell some stuff, which is fine. We will sell the uniforms. Morale and charge up a little bit. Morale up, but move speed down. Let's get rid of that. Excellent. Now, I hate that we have so little money in reserve, but having a full battalion is sort of massive. Now let's give you anything. Just anything that isn't one of those worn muskets, because they're rubbish. So let's give you that. Worn muskets. We've got the Neustadt muskets as well. Sure. Anyway, we have 5 units of infantry now, which feels a lot better. I feel like we have a pretty solid core, and the fact we have like one decent unit of cavalry and a couple others that can be in support, that feels pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. These provincial cavalry, one more level, and we can get another unit of dragoons. So that's pretty good. That is pretty damn good. We can't afford anything else, really. We've got loads of ammo and loads of reservists. It is really nice. Really good to see. I just wish we had any money. So we have loads of reservists, which usually is what these outposts desire, so that's really good. Oh, there is a battlefield there, which probably have checked. An outpost of ours lies encircled by enemy forces. Interesting. Their stores run low, and their guns are nearly spent. A message was slipped through their lines requesting immediate support. If we march to their relief, the garrison stands ready to fight alongside us. One of their gun batteries shall be placed under our command for the duration. A field engagement is imminent. So that will give us an artillery regiment. Hell yeah. This'll take... Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So this will have us fight a tough field army. I don't know if we can do that. This'll take a week, though. We'll lose a week. But we'll then be able to fight a weak army. And we'll get an artillery regiment. Which, honestly, I think in the course of a week... like, I don't think we could have done... I don't think we could have got that in a week, right? I don't think we could have got another regiment in that span of time. But what I'm worried about is we don't have any slots for a regiment, so is it going to disappear into the ether? Are we going to have to choose one of our regiments to get rid of in order to get a artillery regiment? I don't know. I actually don't know, because we haven't got the money to unlock that slot yet. Let's just say we'll be right back. That is another heavily entrenched position. We do have 8,100 strength now. How big was that other army following us? I think it was about 8,000, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah, let's go to this other outpost first. We are spending 10 provisions a day now, which is quite a lot. We could always go back into foraging stance. Unmanned outpost. We have reached what ought to be a manned station, but the place is deserted. No pickets, no signals, no command presence of any kind. It appears our forces have yet to take up their post in this sector. Shall we provide sufficient reservists to garrison the position? It may delay enemy movements in the region. So this is generally what outposts do, as far as I can tell. Generally, outposts will delay the enemy headquarters being, ready to attack us. Okay, we can loot it, but that's a bit rubbish. Yeah, we can delay the enemy by 2 weeks if we spend 800 reservists, which we have loads of. So I'm going to leave 800 reservists here. Nice. So now this is delayed. We have 254 days left. Amazing. There is a fort down there. There's also an encampment. Let's go for the encampment. God, there's so many, things here. Rather exciting. It says a field hospital. Your Grace, this encampment has been repurposed into a field hospital, with tarpaulins hung and bloodied men lying on pallets, both within and without. To our surprise, the wounded wear enemy colours. We may spare them and make use of the place jointly, or drive them out and claim the grounds for our own wounded alone. Harsh. Mercy or expedience, each has its cost. We can recover some reservists if we share the hospital. Dispose of the enemy's wounded and take the hospital. Wow, that's going to cost us ammunition. Get us a lot of reservists. Or treat their wounded and ours, which we need field hospitals and sanitary conditions for that, which would give us the maximum amount of reservists without having to spend ammunition and obviously slaughter them all. I think we share it. I'm happy to share it. Even though we have loads of ammo, we can spend the ammo. I'm not a monster, so let's do that. At least I'm not a monster unless I really need more reservists. So, another outpost. We need worn uniforms item in infantry. Interesting. Huh. Well, we can't get more infantry regiments, sadly. And that'll take... Oh, we have a silver gorget as well as uniform. Okay, so we do actually need uniforms and things. We do need to keep some of them, apparently. God, we get 1,200 reservists if we had any of that stuff. God. Well, okay, we're going for the worst possible option here, apparently. Your Grace, word of your arrival has travelled swiftly. Although, you're not really. You can leave and come back. Which is interesting, keeping an eye on all that stuff. But of course, do you have time to leave and come back? That's the interesting quirk of this game. Is you can leave and come back for these events. Which I think is really cool. I think it's really unique, because it's really just how do you maximize visiting all these places? You know, how do you visit as many as possible and get as many resources as possible in the time that you have? Anyway, we really do need to have, like, I think we need to get to like 500 talers and just make sure we always have that. You know, if we're going to spend any money, we need to make sure we still have 500 talers just for emergencies and things, because we never have enough money. And yeah, and I think we need to keep a bunch of random items too. It is tough though, because if we hadn't just sold a bunch of things, we'd have far fewer men. We wouldn't have 2 full battalions, so it's really difficult. It is difficult. Your Grace, word of your arrival has travelled swiftly, and a crowd of eager young men has gathered at the outpost seeking enlistment. They come with little more than the clothes on their backs, drawn by the promise of a new army forming under your command. So, yeah, I'm going to leave them for now, and we're going to go get this fort. I feel like it's in the middle of nowhere, so enemy reinforcements shouldn't show up, maybe? I don't know. We've almost done both of the both of our secondary objectives, which is great. Sir, the fortress before us is of such strength and situation that any attempt upon it must end in a fruitless expense of men and material. The enemy commander, perceiving perhaps the futility of further obstinacy, has extended a proposal for the exchange of prisoners. He is willing to return a full regiment of our captured infantry in exchange for a number... sorry, I got a twitch in my eye all of a sudden. That was very weird. I'm just a bit tired. He's willing to return a full regiment of our captured infantry in exchange for a number of reservists from our ranks. Moreover, he is prepared to release a senior officer if we consent to furnish a greater number of men. I await your determination on whether these terms shall be accepted. We can lay siege to it. we can give them 1,130 reservists, and we get a level 4 officer who might have terrible stats, but he's going to be level 4. Or we can get a line infantry regiment for 1,500 reservists. Or, if we had Master of Command or Strength in Numbers, we could get line infantry and an officer for no cost, which is pretty wild. Or we could just start shooting them. Do we want to get a senior officer? That does sound useful, because I don't think we can fit a line infantry in anyway, but we can get more officers. So let's do it. Karl Friedrich von Holstein-Beck. What's your deal? Okay, supply wagon. Ammunition consumption is down. Reload speed is up. Stamina and veterancy gain are up. That's all good for artillery, potentially. But the melee damage and lower accuracy is kind of annoying. You really don't want to be sacrificing accuracy. So that's a bit of a weird one. I don't know if he's any good at all. No idea. Not a clue. He's fine, I guess. I suppose. Yeah. I mean, that's not just artillery, is it? I mean, we'll have that supply wagon that we can put anywhere, I think. But the other stuff, I guess, would still be quite good for just line infantry, I suppose. I don't know. It doesn't feel great, does it? It doesn't feel huge. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe that wasn't worth it. Maybe it was, but anyway, that fort is gone now. That fort is gone. I was kind of hoping for a battle. We're actually getting a little low on provisions. 10 a day is being used up pretty quickly. Because it's many, many days just to waltz over to here. Ugh. Tough enemy. Damn it. Do we risk a tough enemy? We might have to, you know. Sir, this camp was abandoned in haste. Cooking fires still smoulder and scattered kit lies strewn about the grounds. The enemy must have left in a great hurry. Though the reason is not immediately clear. We may strip the camp for supplies or take the time to pull up the works entirely. The latter may draw attention, and it is possible a patrol may return before we finish. I don't think it's worth it for this. I think it's worth it for these, and if we fight a battle, then we'll be able to get a lot more resources. And I think maybe we take on a tough enemy field army. It's bloody risky. Not sure. Tell you what, I'm going to be cowardly. I'm going to be cowardly and end the episode. We're over time again. Time flies playing this. I think I could just like lose myself in this game. It really just yeah, it's got me gripped. Anyway, the game's been out for a day as I've been putting this out. I hope a bunch of you picked up the game if you haven't yet. Yeah, link in the description. It helps me out. Okay, referral link. Use the discount code. You can get it for cheap. Well, cheaper a little bit. I think it's only a couple percent, probably. That the discount code actually contributes to the deal, but still, like, it helps me out greatly. So, you know, I do appreciate it. And yeah, and I appreciate you for watching and commenting and liking and subscribing. So do some of those too. You know, because you want to make me happy, right? Yeah, you do. Spread the love around the world. Make the world a better place. Make me happy in particular. Brilliant. All right, take care, guys. Have a good one.